So guys, welcome back to another video, and this is full review of Galaxy J5 Prime, and I did some camera test and benchmarks on this thing. So as you can see, the Antutu benchmark is around 36K, which is pretty bad compared to the Lenovo or Moto G4 and Redmi Note 3. Those are some like pretty much powerful devices compared to this thing, and it gave me some hiccups and lags in terms of UI. So it may be do mediocre gaming but not like heavy things like MC5 or asphalted. It can basically do it in lowest settings, but you will not able to enjoy it because there may be major types of hiccups. I just tested that, and it does come with a USB OTG and some apps like premium apps of Galaxy Note 7 already. And in the camera test, if you take a closer look, you will need a ton of light in order to get a sharp image. You can just not get a sharp image in a low light, so it's not a low light destroyer or anything. You will need shit ton of light, and it will also give you a pretty nice bokeh. It's pretty much comparable to my Galaxy S7. The sharpness in the video like photos is acceptable, very nice, better than the Redmi Note 3, but in terms of exposing a image, it's not that good. You will just get a blown up or a darker image in some things. As you can see here of my bike, you can just not take a closer look at the wheel in the bottom or the scooter at the back, but if you take this closer look in HDR, you can basically see everything, which is good. The HDR pics are very nice and very sharp. Actually, I'm pretty much very impressed with this camera. You can it just one of the best things you can get in this price point, and both of the things have been pretty much focused. Here are some examples. Now in terms of display, I would like appreciate if the Samsung would have given a Super AMOLED 20p or a Full HD, because G4 Plus and a Redmi Note 3 does come with a Full HD, or not AMOLED but a LCD panel, but they are full HD. They are a lot of health sharper, and it's not the coolest thing to look at. The colors are very pale and not just comparable to the normal Galaxy J7 or J5, which 2016 they do have a Super AMOLED screen, which is good. In terms of software, it does run Marshmallow, which is in some people it might be the latest one, but the Nougat has been out, and Samsung has no plans of Nougat on the major devices like the Galaxy S7 or the A series. The Note series is just dead, so I'm not like pretty sure when this device will get Nougat, but I am expecting around 2017 start, January or February, which is the basic time of Samsung giving the updates. But you do get the security patches. This device is currently on September security patch, which is quite the latest, not the latest. I have the November patch on some of my devices. In terms of features, this device is pretty much very feature packed. You do get a diverse power saving mode, a normal power saving mode, and ultra power saving mode. And the ultra power saving mode can actually extend your battery around 5 to 8 hours, which is pretty good if you're outside the house. You do get a S Finder. You can just use it like a Windows Finder. You can just search and type on anything, and it will just scan the whole internet or the device to look out for the file. You do get a S-Bike mode. I'm not pretty sure whether this device is come with a NFC, but there is no sign of NFC. You don't get a sticker that you can just touch on like a Galaxy J3, so that's a down point, and that's a down point cause I don't care much about the sticker. I can just activate like that, but you also can do Android Pay because you don't have an NFC chip, which is kind of a backward thing. You get torch and every other stuff. The camera app is still a bit backward. There are not a ton of features, but the night mode works pretty fine, not that of major issue. The HDR is bit of a slow compared to some of the devices, but in overall the camera quality is pretty good, so I would not mention that. Also, the front facing camera is also good. Here are some shots taken with the Galaxy J5 Prime, and the front camera quality I'm quite impressed. Is better than the Redmi Note 3, not that better than a Galaxy J7 Prime or a Moto G4 Plus. So if you are the one, if you have the budget around 14,000 to 15,000 or lesser than that, just go with the G4 Plus. It's a far more better device. Build quality on this thing is good, and I'm not that impressed because the one which I have, the glass is just bit of protruding from this thing. And sorry for my bad English, I have like a mouth ache, so I can't speak clearly. But the thing is, it's like a bit of protruding from here. You can't see it through the camera, but it is there. So on the build quality, I am giving a bit of a down point of over here. Now it supports dual SIM cards and a SD card, which is good. And also the speaker is over here, so you can't muffle it while watching some YouTube videos. But while I don't know what's going through the Samsung's head, cause if you catch your phone like this and you can play, this thing can easily catch up on the speaker. I don't know what was going through the Samsung's mind, but let's just play a video. The speaker is not at all powerful, but it's clear though, as you saw. It's not that bad, but it's still bad. In public you can't hear anything through that. Now in terms of battery backup, it has a bit of a small battery compared to its predecessors or competitors. I mean, it doesn't have a predecessor, but I'm actually talking a predecessor. The Galaxy J5 2016, which has a 2600 milliamp, and this has a 2400 milliamp. I don't know where the 200 milliamp went, because the form factor is pretty much the same. It's bit smaller, and also the components of this thing is pretty small, so I really don't know where the Samsung kept their battery. And as you can see, you can just adjust the S power panic in order to forward your calls, just like the Galaxy J7 Prime, nothing much. But if you actually add your apps to the power saving mode, it will optimize it, which is good. That's the basic part of the Marshmallow, the doze mode, nothing new in that. You do get the theme section. But I have noticed that the bunch of the themes have been not optimized for this thing. As you can see, the Note 5, which is a pretty nice theme made by my friend Anuprode, but it's not present on this thing, because in Grace UX it's not present, I know, but on this thing it's still not present, which is quite awkward. Let's just install this theme. This really cool theme. It does have the Grace UX icons, which look pretty good on this thing. Just looks like a Note 7. As you can see, the performance after applying the theme is also good, because the first devices which came with the theme center, like the J5 2015, they lagged. But as you can see, this device can do it easily. There are some minor hiccups. I do notice it right now. You can't like see through the camera, but it just okay. It will optimize itself later on. So this was my full review, and hope you guys like it. This is in fact my first review of any phone. I covered the camera, performance, and the usual aspects of this thing. And in terms of build quality, this falls between the Redmi Note 3 and the G4 Plus, so that's a middle thing. But that both of the devices support a 5.5-inch panel, and this is a 5-inch panel. So really, if you want to compare that thing, you must get a J7 Prime, because that is a much more powerful device and a better competitor to this thing. So guys, thanks for watching, and peace.